Welcome to the Porn Reboot podcast, where you get practical tips to gaining control over your porn or sex addiction. We help ambitious men end their out-of-control sexual behavior with pornography, sex, and masturbation so that you can maximize your life, perform at your potential, and remain in control in the driver's seat, which is where you have to be in order to gain or maintain the success you want in life. I'm your host, J.K. Amazi, certified sex and porn addiction recovery coach. Welcome to the episode. At Porn Reboot, we believe that compulsive sexual behavior needs to be tackled in a holistic way. We address not just your habits, but any traumatic events that have impacted you in your life. We also address co-occurring disorders, addictions, and habits, as well as limiting beliefs. So in order to best serve our clients, we've curated and brought together some of the best professionals in their fields to coach and support you through your reboot journey. In certain episodes, we'll be sharing some excerpts from our coaches' sessions, and I hope that you find these helpful.
Hey, brothers, what's going on? I have here Joseph. He's a brother from the implementation, and he's willing to share his experience and wins so far by using the Porn Reboot system. Joseph, can you tell us a little bit about yourself and actually how did you come across the Porn Reboot system?
Yeah, so actually it started when I watched a lot of Jake's videos on YouTube, the Porn Reboot channel. Prior to that, I was using methods such as like NoFap. I was reading the Syrian detention, like Reddit pages and stuff like that. I was looking at a lot of videos on YouTube, like on people who are in this line of like recovering from porn, but like something about Jacob, man, like he spoke directly to us. Like we were able to relate a lot to like his experiences. Yeah, from there on, like I listened to his videos, and then after like months and months and like years went by, I'm like, oh my God, like I'm still stuck in the same, addiction and stuff. So I got to do something about it. And I got on a call with Han, from Elevated Recovery, and now I'm here, so.
Okay. And what were you experiencing? What pain was that like, you know what? I just don't want to be feeling this way anymore.
Before I joined the program?
Yeah. What was that pain? Like, oh man, I just don't want to feel this way anymore.
Oh yeah. So actually when I first called, but actually the funny thing is it's crazy because in 2021, I spoke with him, but then like I stopped it because of, financial stuff. Right. And then 3 years came by, then I got on the call with Han again. Crazy. And then before this call, I had just gone through the craziest relapse. Like, it was so nasty. And I was like, man, this is what, dude, I was crying. I was looking at Jacob's video, and Jacob was like, hey, man, like, what did he say? I'm trying to remember. He said, like, you can't do this shit alone. Like, you have to get help. You have to have a system. Yeah, that's it. You have to have a system. You have to have a foundation. And I was like, oh my God, dude, I have to do something about it. There was a lot of resistance, but I was like, you know what? I finally called. I'm like, let's do this thing, man. Let's go for the next thing. So yeah.
That's good, man. No, thank you for sharing, brother. I really appreciate it. That pain, it sounded pretty intense. So, hey, sometimes it takes time for us to realize, just to know that, hey, it doesn't matter. 3 years, 3 years is, that it goes by quick, doesn't it?
It goes by very quick.
Yeah.
It's insane,
Yeah. So the good thing is you took the chance, and just leading on to the next question. So how was it for you when you started implementing this system? What worked for you? What was so different this time around?
Yeah. So first of all, I'd like to give props to, the group, the beginning stages. When I first shared my introduction video, man, that was just opening up a new door now. It's like, I remember for the first time, I was like, oh my goodness, like I could share my experiences without feeling guilty, without feeling shame, without having somebody judge me. And I remember thinking, wow, like I could talk about my experiences with porn and stuff. And I just shared it. I'm like, whoa, I just shared this video and I don't really feel much. I'm like, I feel good about it,
Yeah.
So as soon as that happened and I got encouraged, brothers started encouraging, like, hey man, like welcome to the group. Like, excited to see what you're doing in this journey. I was like, yeah, man, like that really got me started in that road to like the group and like the orientation call I had with you, starting off with like onboarding and stuff. And then I started doing the modules with that's in the program, the Porn Reboot implementation. So I started doing the introductory modules to get me started. And and from there on, I started doing many things. Like I want to be specific. There's a lot of things I used going forth from there, but
No, that's good. So you found the structure of it has been very beneficial for you. And the group is very different, right? It's a very different group.
It's a very, definitely.
Yeah. I don't know if you came from the free group or not, but it's a bit, it's night and day. It's pretty much, as you notice, we focus more on wins and we don't even allow you guys to complain, maybe a little bit, but then we're like,
bench one and one.
Yeah, exactly. I was waiting for you to say that. So there you go. Even you know the rule, right? So, and it's for a reason. It's to get you like, hey, when we're specifically in the beginning stages, when you're in that relapse or slip, you're not in the right state of mind. So, hey, that's gotta get you out of the habit of like being a victim to being proactive. Like, what are you gonna do about it? It's you that's gonna do this, not me, Chris, JK, right? The coaches. But okay, brother. So, what tool has been very beneficial for you? What's something that you're like, man, this is something that's like mind blowing to me. Like I didn't think about it.
So the one thing that I was like, man, like I didn't even know I would do this every day. Like every day was the morning routine, the journaling, doing the feelings exercise. I was like, wow, like this, like previous, like a long time ago, I did something similar only during my relapses. Like I would write, oh my God, like I feel like this, I should never do this again. No, I should. But this was like, it set us like, it set a structure for the day, So every morning, like I woke up and I wrote my feelings exercises. I got my feelings exercises done. I'm like, okay, I feel like this, yada, yada, yada. And then that kind of set me like, oh, this is how I'm feeling in the morning. Like, this is how I might behave towards the day and stuff, So like, it set a structure, the morning routine. That one was a very helpful one. Oh, the journaling. Yes, the journaling. So I did that every day. So that was a good one. I really enjoyed that. And also like just the other tools too, like further down the line, weeks came by, like the tools that the modules provide, like the win wall, the reboot planner, stuff like that. I've never really understood the concept of keeping track of wins. Like I never really thought about it, but it's actually very significant. Like it's very encouraging to know like you're making strides in your life and not just focusing on like the negative aspect of things. So it's like, it's interesting.
Right. So that's really good, man. Thanks for sharing, Joseph. I know you want to share a lot and you're kind of like holding back and it's okay. But so having, experiencing the system for a couple of months now, how do you feel now over your control of your behavior?
Oh man, like night and day, man, night and day. Like it's tough, especially since, utilizing the tools and having an accountability partner and having the group and having the coaching calls, man, the solid foundation. Like it's hard for me to like slip or like relapse. Like I haven't slipped and relapsed for the first 2 months. That is a flex, but
That's good, yeah.
I haven't slipped or relapsed for the first for this 2 months. I'm like, wow, like it's really working, I'm able to cope with strong emotions, like I'm able to deal with like the hardships of life. I feel like anxious about something, stressed. I'm like, all right, like we could do something about this in a different way, That's one thing. And also like, just the general, like better viewing women in a better way than you did before. Like that's a good one too. Like, and also a lot of things that I wasn't able to face before, like very strong emotion, like the resurfacing in the program for me to look at it and say, okay, how can I deal with all these things, So it's beautiful. Yeah.
Man. No, yeah. And obviously I know you were very consistent in posting in the group and and I could tell your growth. And I think one of your first experiences, I think even before we got on like our call or like the onboarding was you joined my live session. And I think that was like the first thing you did. And I was like, I hope I didn't scare you because it went straight to letting go and you were just there sharing or just listening. And I just knew like, man, this guy has potential because we all see it in the group. Like your drive, like this is it for me. Like there's no going back. I know I'm gonna get it right. So that type of spirit that you've kind of like, hey, it's something that I know you're gonna be, and it's proving to be true. Like you're
Thank you, man.
the
Thank you.
actions is that
Yeah.
spirit of not. Even though in the past I do have my losses, but like you said, these wins is very important. Like it's something
Yeah.
that you know we could have a million wins, but if you're trained to see like, oh, that one day that didn't go right, like for example today, you're just gonna focus on that and kind of dismiss everything else. And that's very
Definitely.
dangerous, right? Because no, man, like it's just one day. It's not like that's just you just maybe you lost the battle today, but that's all right.
Definitely.
Emotionally, right? Not saying that you slip or relapse, but more like, yeah, maybe the day didn't go the way I wanted to, but at least I'm maintaining my routine. I'm keeping myself accountable, going on the live calls, things that you're in control, right? So you're starting to notice that you're taking power back, right? Because
Definitely.
we look for external validation, right? Like
Yeah, very
and
much.
it's
Very
and I
much.
do like that you share. Hey, 2 months is 2 months, man. Like most people struggle with day. I mean, not most, but some, right?
What's up? Yeah.
And we don't count days here, but in the beginning we kind of count because that's kind of just habitual. But as you're
Yeah.
noticing, it's the things you do every day, right? And
Definitely.
if anything,
Yeah.
it's 2 months of consistent routines versus not watching porn, right? Let's just reframe.
Yeah. Yes, yes,
Yeah.
definitely. Definitely. No, I get it. Yeah. I don't even care about like the days doesn't matter. It just
Yeah.
I just thought about it like recently. I'm like, whoa, like, damn. You know how long it's been since I made it 2 months?
Yeah.
So, like I was thinking, wow, like and with a system. I mean, okay, there was times where I've made it long periods of time. I made it months, like 6 months. But the 2 months here is higher quality. Like
Mm.
the amount of stuff that is going on is even the first week here, just the stuff that have happened have been a much better way of going about ending this behavior than my previous attempts. So it's like, everything that the program offers to keep you going, man. It's something, man. It's amazing. So
No, brother, thank you for
Yeah.
sharing. And knowledge, yeah, brother, you're winning, man. And that's why we're here talking because we all know this. Like, hey, it's Joseph. Is we? Oh, and you made some cool drawings, right? I remember
Yeah.
one of your cool first couple of posts was you made a
cycle.
bringing the cycle. It was pretty like damn, that was so cool. Like damn, like
I
again,
appreciate that.
those little things are like, oh, this guy's like he's doing his journey, like he's putting in the work. Even though it was that first couple of weeks or maybe right first month or so that you made that post.
Yeah.
Like I said, like this guy, like, hey man, he's getting it. And again, right, and that's not to say like our reboot is not perfect. Life still hits us, right? And,
Oh yeah.
and that's just part of the game. Like the I like to say this: the world or life doesn't care if you're
It
rebooting.
doesn't care. Yeah.
You don't give a shit.
It's so true. It's so true. And joining the program too, like in the initial stages, it was not easy. Like that first week was chaotic. I'm like, wow, I've never experienced all this in my life. I'm like, just from joining the program, geez, like crazy, like doubts, fear, like uncertainty. I'm like, is this gonna work? Like, is this worth it? Like a lot of thoughts were in my mind, but like I said, man, that's life. Like we just gotta get through it. It's not perfect. Even right now, I'll say like I'm not 100%, where I need to be exactly, but like it's progress, progress over perfection. So
Yes, there you
Yeah.
go, man. Trusting the process, brother. And that's very courageous of you, man. Like again, like I know brothers who are watching this are in a group. Like we see your face all the time, man. Like
I know
we always say it's smiling Joseph, man. Is that guy?
Mhm.
Hey, I like your spirit, bro. It's very, very
appreciate it.
contagious.
Thank you.
And but brother, so to close it off here. So what would you say to a brother that's watching this is like, man, you know what? I kind of relate to you, Joseph. Is like, yeah, they're relating to you. They're like, you know what? I had those doubts, those fears. I just feel uncertainty, fear. What would you tell that brother to kind of like, kick him in his ass, if you will, to get it, to take some action? What would you tell him?
I say, brother, take a good look at your life, man. Just look at how much this behavior has taken away from you. Look at how many days you've lost. Look at the relationships that have been impacted. Look at how you're performing in your everyday life at work, just in general in everyday life, the way you think, your mental health, and take a look at that and ask yourself, man, like, you know, you've tried everything you could to beat this thing, but up to no avail. So why not go all the way, man? Like, this is your chance. And these guys, they do it best, you know? They've done it. They've helped many brothers, man. And I would say go for it, man. Go for it. It's worth it. It's going to pay off. It's not going to be easy. You have to do the work, you know? It's not a quick fix because, you know, jumping in the tongue like this and think, oh, they're going to help me beat porn. Like, okay, like, it's going to be cool. Like, it's going to magically. No, it's like work. It's a lot of work. So it's like, but in the end, it's worth it because you're letting go of something that's taken so much from you. So I say just go for it. Make that investment. Because what? You're sacrificing this amount of money for, you know, for years to come, for generations. So think about it. It's like, it's definitely worth it. So just do it. Go for it. Don't think too much about it.
All right, Joseph, I appreciate those. Hey, take the action, guys. Hey, Joseph is a very interesting guy here. If you're ever joined implementation, just look at his from where he started. So the cool thing about the group is you can see from where you started, the first post to like now, it's like, whoa.
Oh, man.
It's like almost a different person, right? And again, mind you, it hasn't been a long time. It's been a couple months.
Pretty much. It's been 2 months, you know? Yeah. So
you could really change your life in a couple months if you're willing to put the work, obviously, right? Like you said. But Joseph, thank you, brother. I really do appreciate you taking the time to share your experience so far. And can't wait to share your story a couple months from now to see where you're at, man. I'm actually excited.
Yes,
and see where you take the. All right, Joseph. And all right, brothers, for those of you watching, thank you. And I'll see you guys in the next one.
I'm JK, your brother in this struggle. Thank you so much for listening to this episode of the Porn Reboot podcast. I'll speak to you later on in the week. If you found this episode helpful, here are 4 ways I can help you with your out-of-control sexual behavior for free. The first way is to grab a free copy of my book, Confessions of a Porn Addict, 7 Secrets of Porn-Free Men at elevatedrecovery.org, or visit the link in the description below this episode. The second way is, if you're not sure where to start, but you'd like to learn more about my team and I, if you'd like to spend time with like-minded professionals and business owners who are controlling their behavior, then join our free and confidential group, the Porn Reboot Group on Facebook. There's a link to join in the description below this episode. The third way is if you need help right now because you have a burning issue, your behavior with pornography is hurting you mentally or emotionally, you're about to lose your relationship, you want to live up to your potential, be an authentic man, and free yourself from shame, guilt, and underachieving, then click on the link in the description below this episode that says free coaching call. And the fourth way is to leave us a 5-star review if you enjoy this podcast so that we can reach more men who are struggling in silence and bring back the lessons we learn from coaching them to freedom.